Hello, welcome to this very special video of Spirit Island, because today we tackle the final spirit in Nature Incarnate, Dances Up Earthquakes. And this spirit is bonkers. First off, we have six power cards, 6 uniques that we start with. Already I'm overwhelmed. And we have this completely new mechanic where we impend cards instead of playing them. This is really interesting. So what this means is, whenever you play a card, we've actually got what do we start with? Okay, yeah. So we've got 2 card plays. We can use 1 or 2 of those to impend a card, and that means setting it off to the side with any amount of energy on it. And then at the end of growth, when we gain energy, this symbol here says we add 1 energy to this card, and if we've got 3 or more in this example of energy, then we play it. So you're kind of delaying cards. I think these 2 expensive cards are quite suspect in their cost, so I feel like we should be pushed to impend them. But so you can have all of these impending cards on the side, gaining energy while you're playing cards, and then suddenly these come into play and you've got a whole bunch of cards and just completely destroy the board. Now, I have seen rumors and talks about this sort of turn 4 earthquake build, where I don't know what threshold you managed to get on turn 4. Surely it could, it could be this one, 7 card plays, but it just demolishes the island. I haven't fully explored that because I want to explore some things for myself first. But yes, gosh, let's talk about the innates then. So this symbol is the number of power cards you have in play. So this really incentivizes getting cards like in the impending and then moving them here. Because if you have 7 cards in play, in each land where you remove these special quake tokens, which we'll talk about in a minute, you just do loads of damage. You do loads of damage. So how do we add these quake tokens? Well, if we have at least 1 impending card, we can add 1 in one of our lands. So this left innate is defensive and we can add quake tokens. A few of our cards also add quake tokens as well. And this reminds me a little bit of Deeps, the Deeps aspect for Ocean. But it obviously is very, very different. So 2 cards add quake tokens. Resounding Footfalls, which is a Ravage skip. And if we have impending cards, as many impending cards, just read the card, Johnny, as many impending cards as in play, then we add a quake token as well. So we want lots of impending cards at all times if possible, until we manage to line up this huge earthquake. And that is basically, from my understanding, the spirit. Now, as for the other cards, let's see what we've got here. Radiating Tremors, 2 damage, and we can push some quake tokens around. Gift of Seismic Energy, we gain 3 energy in solo, cool. Inspire a Winding Dance, some control, we can push an explorer or town, and we can gather Dahan. Exaltation of Echoed Steps, more control. So in a solo game, we can do this twice, I believe. We can push our presence and we can move stuff with it. So the way I read these cards in some sort of like seance is that we have all this control to try and stay alive enough. And obviously this defensive innate here adds defense to then trigger this huge earthquake. That's how I'm reading it. Let's see if it works. I don't know. Again, like I said, I'm not going to go for this build that has been circulating at the turn 4 or 5 earthquake. I haven't figured out how to do that yet. Just a quick note on presence. Add a presence or gain a major without forgetting. So again, I think this is good for grabbing majors, just tucking them off into the side, and then they'll come in later. But I don't know at what point that would be good. And this is relevant as well. We can add and or take away energy from impending cards just to keep them in there, I suppose. And reclaim one. So, wow, there's so much to the spirit, but let's give it a go. We start in the highest numbered land with the Harn. And on this board, that's going to be land 7. Let's get our Quake tokens at the ready. And let's get to it. Prussia 6. Let's go. So, we've got mountains, jungles. Right. Might be able to defend this, actually. Interesting. Okay, so against Prussia, we're trying to stay alive. So obviously this cascade isn't great. I want to try and deal with that. I think if we just try and solidify this turn, at least don't go blighted, I'll be happy. Maybe we can defend that. Maybe. That's a big maybe, though. We need at least three cards in impending next turn. So that means we can only play 1 card, maybe? That's okay. So with that in mind, I'm gonna gain a power card and add a presence. Move a presence, gosh. Yeah, let's take from top track. And we'll gain minor for now. Fear could be interesting. But what would be good to impend? Elemental boon, actually, that could be really interesting. We're getting RN8s. I think renewing rain, actually, to stop some blight. We could let this blight. Yeah, let's pick that up. We're trying to stay alive. And with one range there, great. And we've unlocked this mover presence. So we're actually going to move this presence into here with the goal of defending this land. Okay, so we can remove this blight. We can push whatever builds there, and then that will blight. Okay, that's the plan. So we've got 2 card plays, but remember, we need to only play 1 card. So if we play... Oh, gosh. If we play Inspire, that will be enough. And then let's impend one of these higher cost cards. Oh, we could actually skip, couldn't we? Later, whatever this stage 2 card is, we could skip. Let's go for energy. And I'm not going to add any energy to start off with. Actually, let us... I don't know necessarily what the best way is to deal with these impending cards, but we're just going to go with this for now. And these start with 0 energy, and I'll show you how the impending works later when it's relevant. So we impend that. We've used our 2 card plays, and that's it. So if we have at least 1 impending card, we can add a Quake token. Let's add it over here, sure. Gosh, is that it? And then we can defend 1 somewhere. Let's defend there. Okay, cool. Here we go. Right, we're going to build. Build, 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 build. Great. And then escalation to the sands and exploring the wetlands. That's fine. Okay, cool. Right, so let's push up to 1 thing. Let's push you over here in our Quake land, I suppose. That could be good. That's it for slow. A very slow rumbling earthquake. Okay, cool. So now we've got another growth. And I think we could stop this ravage, or we could defend it. Probably might want to defend it, actually. If we can. Would it be silly of me? No, I do want to... I was going to say, will it be silly to reclaim? Or maybe this one here. Add a presence and reclaim this. I'm really tempted to do that, although we're not actually playing anything this turn. Oh no, though, but we have to. Oh no. Oh gosh, this is all going wrong. Because we have to play something to get the elements. So instead, I might have to defend this and let this one go. Because we don't have enough. Really interesting. Okay. I think we reclaim. I think we want to keep these cards. And that will allow me to threshold. So let's go third growth option. Reclaim 1. We're not going to add any... We could add 1 energy to this, I suppose. Okay. And we're going to put this presence here instead. And then we're going to retreat and move this presence over here. And hopefully defend this next turn. Yeah. And actually, instead of this top, I'm going to gather 1 Dahan into one of my lands to save that Dahan. Okay, interesting. Interesting. So we've done this growth option, and now we gain 1 energy on everything that's impending. This doesn't have 3, so we don't play it yet. And we've got 2 card plays. Now we want at least 1 in impending. I think I want that there. And then we're going to play this in impending. Yep, seems good. Okay, great. Just holding on. Okay, we can add a quake into one of our lands. Let's add a quake into this one. Okay, and then defend 1 per impending card, and that's 2. So 2 in here. Defend that. That's great. And that is it. Okay. Right. Each city deals +2 damage. Okay. Good job we didn't go all out on that one. Add a disease and ignore it. Let's see. Maybe... maybe I want less cities everywhere. That's fine. I don't know if it matters so much. We'll put it on the coast. 1 fear per land with invaders where Dahan outnumber buildings. 1, 2. Okay, so ravage. Ravage, ravage. Cleared up. Defended. Whoa! That's all good. That token is out of there. Build, build. And then escalate and then explore in the jungle. Re-escalation here in the mountains is fine. And actually the only place we can escalate apart from this jungle. Okay, so now what do we do? Now what do we do? We can push and then gather. Ew. Ooh. Ooh. I'm just wondering how to go about this. And we might have to try and defend this, or we could try and skip it. We do have a skip. We could skip this one, try and defend this one. It's going to be 1, 2, that's going to be 5, that's going to be more, so maybe we try and defend this one. Unless we... yeah, unless we push this out. Let's push this out and gather Dahan. Because maybe things will be, if we defend that and then skip that, I think it will be okay. Okay, and that's it. That is it. So we're going to defend this. That's great. But in order to do that, I think I want to keep this in the impending. So I think we want to add presence and then reclaim. Reclaim 1. So let's take 1 energy away from this. Add a presence from goodness knows where. Bottom track. Yeah, get some elements. Okay. And then reclaim 1. We're going to put this... Do we have the range? We've got range 3. We're going to put this over here. Okay. Okay. That's that growth. We gain energy, and both of these get an energy on them. And they still don't come into play. And I think we're going to have to do this... Oh, no, we're not... Oh, I should have put energy on this one. Because now they're out of sync. And now we can't skip this one. Oh, no. Gain on up to 2 impending cards. I think they have to be different. I don't think we can... Oh, actually... No, we can. We could -1 from that and add 1 to this one, so now they're in sync. Yes, that's brilliant. So now next turn, we will get the skip, and we can skip this one and defend that one. Though we won't be able to defend. Oh gosh, this is so complicated. Okay, so we've added that into there. I'm going to move this presence here, and I'm going to play this and impend for next turn. That's not going to be great, is it? For next turn, I don't know. I just don't know. I think we want to add some Quake tokens, though. While we can. Okay, let's try that, I guess. Right, if you have at least as many impending cards as power cards, 1 fear, which we do, and then we are going to add a Quake token to this land, and then add a Quake token, because we've got at least 1, into a land. We're going to add it to this land, no, this land. Okay, and then we can defend. Oh, look. Oh, no, we don't have 3. We don't have 3 impending, but we can defend 2 in this wetlands. Okay. Seems okay. We're still staying alive. Right. Next turn should be a bit better. So, on each board, add 1 explorer and a town to a land with a town or blight. I think since we're going to skip this anyway, we just add that here. Does that make sense? That seems okay. Destroy 2 among lands with beasts. Okay. Each spirit with at least 3 gains 1 energy and may reclaim a card. Well, we get the energy. Right, so Ravage. We go Blighted. Okay, this again. We add 1 fear token to the pot. That's all right. This is defended. That's okay. We're going to build in the jungle. Disease. Escalate. Again, this has to be here. And then we're going to explore in the mountains. Okay, this is getting a bit scary. I don't know if this next turn is going to be enough, but we're going to try. We can remove this blight here. That feels good. And slow. That's it for slow. Time passes. Okay. So we know we're going to get these cards. So what if we played these cards and then we had these? What elements would we get? I mean, oh no, we wouldn't have enough. We won't have 5 cards in play. So do we? Can we? Can we hold off? And instead impend? Oh gosh, do we? We can oh no, but I really want to... I don't know. I don't know if we can do it. We could add 2 blight. And then defend this, at least. Maybe that's okay. and just hope for a big... Or alternatively, we can just get this in play, keep that in play, and just impend a load of things. I don't know. Let's try. Again, let's take this third growth option. And we're going to lower this. And that's all we need to do. And we can reclaim one. Let's reclaim this, get as many Quake tokens as possible. And we'll pop this presence. We're going to skip that. We're going to pop that presence there. Okay. Gain, which means energy, energy. Okay. Right, so I'm going to leave this there until we need it. Because now we've got +1 play for impending. So now we can get up to 3 in here. Which is pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. We only need 3 defense in there, which we will get. Interesting. Well, we want to play this. So then maybe we just put 2 impending cards in here. Maybe it has to be these. The big Quake next turn. Okay. Great. So this has as much energy. So this goes into play. Great. I hope I'm doing this right, everyone. So, I mean, not in terms of like strategy. I know I'm not going to be very good at this spirit, but in terms of like rules and everything. Right. 1 fear. Add a Quake token. That's pretty sweet. Skip all Ravage actions. Great. We have as many, so that's 1 fear. And we can add a Quake token. Oh, we can do some Dahan pushing as well. That's really nice. We could clear this out. Or we could add one in there. We've already got loads of Quake tokens anyway. Tricky. Where's our card which, like, moves them around? Do you know what I mean? Oh, it's this one. Radiating Tremors. We're probably going to play that next turn. Okay, interesting. I do want some Dahan in there to do some damage, but I don't think it's really worth it. I think if anything, we try and push these Dahan in there and add a Quake token in there. Yeah, and we got the fear. That's great. So, if you have at least 1 impending, we can add a Quake token in one of our lands. Let's go. One of our lands. I mean, sure. Okay. And we can defend 1 per impending. That's 3 defense in there. And then if we have at least 3 impending, we can add another Quake token in one of our lands. You see how everything is building up into a big crescendo. Unfortunately, we don't have any presence there, although we could have had, right? I don't know. There's a lot of moving parts here. We'll just put a Quake token there. And that is it for fasts. Interesting. Okay. Right. Choose a land with buildings. Build there. You know what? I don't actually mind building here. That's fine. Great. And then we can do some beast pushing. I mean, we could keep going, push everything in there. That's fine. Okay, and then gather and defend 1 per land. That's awesome. That clears this out, actually. And that's going to be an extra 2 defense there. Add a strife in a land with blight. Okay, that helps us out, actually. Great, so we're going to ravage. This is defended. This skips. We're going to build. All right. And then stage 3, I feel so far behind, but it's all right. Jungle, wetlands. Next turn, we're going to destroy everything, hopefully. And that's it. No slows, time passes. So, we're going to get all of these cards if we want them. It's very push your luck, isn't it? Because we can delay it again, maybe, if we want to. However, I think we need to reclaim. And in terms of defense, we don't have a lot of defense. We might be able to defend this land. Maybe we reclaim. And then we can put 2 in the impending, or at least just play cards. Really interesting. This is just melting my brain, but I love it. We can skip a Ravage instead. We will have enough energy to do that. Interesting. I think this is the turn where we do trigger all of these. I think we do have to do it. But I would like at least 1 impending card so I can add an extra quake somewhere, maybe in here. And maybe defend it if we can. Okay, let's try it. I'm going to reclaim and add a presence. And we're going to pop that presence. I don't know if it actually matters. Here. Maybe we can get this city here. And then we can move this presence in here. Great. And we can, I keep forgetting the gather of Dahan. Where would this be beneficial? I think we're going to have to let that blight. That's okay. We'll just gather this into here. All right. Okay. And this is what we've got. So we've gained. So that's 1, 2, 3 on each of these cards. And that means all of these cards are going to go into play. So that is not going to do anything unless we want to push some cards. So maybe we impend that. I do want to skip, probably. Actually, this land, I don't know if I'll be able to defend it. No. Maximum would be 2 defense, so I think we just skip this land. So maybe we play that, impend this, and then play this. It's not going to do anything though. Maybe the earth is important. Okay. So that's 4 energy, and then we'd have this, and this, and this, and that would give us the 5 cards that we need. And I think that's enough. Okay. So let's play these cards. One in impending, just on the back burner. And that's it. This is our turn. This is our quake. So, 1 fear. Add a quake token into here, which I'm very happy with. Skip all ravage actions. Can you feel it? We're building up. It's going to be huge. What else have we got? 3 energy. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And that's it for fast there. We have at least 1 impending, so we can add a quake token. And this is looking very... Oh, actually, we could do it in here, couldn't we? Get rid of that city. Aha. Great. The board is covered right now. And we've got technically 1 defense and another defense. We'll just defend 2 here, actually, just in case. Although it's skip all ravage actions, we can't actually choose to not do that. Let's defend 2 in here. Wow. Okay, so that's all the fasts. Let us carry on. Stage 3. Invaders do +1 damage. Okay, that's fine. 1 damage per beast. Where's our beast? Okay. Let's get rid of that city. Wonderful. Add 1 Dahan to a land with Dahan and no tokens. Well, I say tokens. No funky tokens. Let's just get 3 in there, I suppose. Right, so we're going to ravage. That skips. We get a blight. I'm so nervous. We're going to build in the jungles, in the wetlands. I don't know how good this is going to be. That's all done. Jungle sands explore. Jungle sands, jungle. Okay. Right. Here we go. What do we want to do first? So we could, in that sands, we're going to do 2 damage per token and then an extra one as well, if we want it. So we can pile up an extra town in there for sure. But actually, I want to make a sacred site so I could actually remove some blight. Maybe from here. That'll give us a bit more leeway. Gosh, this is so interesting. I'm a little bit sad that we don't have radiating tremors. I feel like that is a good puzzle piece to have in an earthquake, but we just didn't have enough energy. And that's okay. To make maximum use, maybe I just do push that in there. Or I push that in there and bring that along. That's pretty good. And we can do it again, actually, in solo. So yeah, let's do it. Let's push that in there and push that in there. Yeah. Okay. Right, so that means we've got a sacred site and we can remove this blight here. Great, and then we can do even more pushing. Jungles, wetlands are ravaging. Okay, that looks like it's going to be okay. I might actually want to just deal with this. So I think I just want to push this out. So if I push this into here, and this will be our main quake zone. Okay, so that's all the pushing. Great, so now all we've got left to do is Earth Shudders Buildings Fall. So in one land with a quake token, 2 damage per quake. And so we've got a choice here. We could get rid of these cities, which I'm very tempted to do. Or we get rid of all of these towns. I think that's okay for now, actually. We could always skip it if it's an issue. So let's get rid of these cities. 2, 4, 6. 3 quake tokens. Glorious. Now we've got this threshold. 1 fear. In any number of lands with quake tokens, 2 damage per quake token to buildings only. And then remove that quake token. Or remove 1 quake token. So let's do as much damage as we can. So... oh, why have I... oh, never mind. So, 2 damage per quake token. Maybe we leave this for now? Oh, maybe we just need to push. We just need to push. Let's go for it. 2 damage per quake. Let's go. Let's go. That's fine. That's not going to do anything. 2 damage. 1, 2, 3. Remove a quake token. There we go. The island has trembled. We've got 3 fear cards. Is that enough? I do not know. I don't think so. And I don't think that's enough. How far away were we for this? We've got... yeah, quite far away. Interesting. And that's it. I feel a little bit underwhelmed, if I'm honest. But maybe that's pretty good. I mean, we would have more if we didn't have that extra fear marker. Now what do we do? Now that we don't have our... maybe we just build up for another quake? I don't know if we've got enough time. We could reclaim and just impend everything. That's ravaging, that's ravaging. This is as well, and this is. Okay. Let's reclaim. +1 impending and see if we can actually do another quake before the game ends. And this one we're going to put... here. I think I want to... we've got 5 energy. That's actually more than I thought it would be. Why do we have 5 energy? I thought we had 0 energy last turn. No, weird. Oh yeah, because we got the extra energy. So that means, what do we want to impend now? We can skip this ravage, or this one. Maybe this one. If we do this and then impend everything else, that's 3 cards we can impend. 1, 2, 3. And then we get the defense. Okay. And we really rush for another quake. Alright, 1 fear. Add a quake token. Skip this ravage. Okay. We do have at least 1 impending card, so we can add another quake token in one of our lands. I also wanted to move. Where did I want to move to? Oh yeah, over here. No. I don't know. I don't remember. We've already got presence in there anyway. So, I mean, we can add a quake token here. Looks pretty built up. And then defend. Yeah, here. That's fine. We can defend 3 there. And that clears it up. And I forgot to put a energy on there. Oh gosh, that means it comes into play. Okay. What is going on? Why has that got 3? Ah, this is it. Right, I don't think that should be there. Like that. This should be into play, and these should be 0. This is so easy to get confused with. Okay. If you have at least 3, add thingy into one of your lands, which we can do. So we're going to add this into here, I suppose. Yeah. Okay, gosh. Now we can add a fear, and we can add another token, which I'm happy about. We can add a token there. Okay. Okay, I'm going to defend 3 again somewhere else. Oh gosh, we can defend 3 here. In that case, maybe I want to add a quake token here and then push these 3 into here using this card. Right. I think I've done that right, but I don't know if I have. So we're just going to roll with it. Okay, each invader phase. We've got nothing on the blight cards. Ooh. Since we're not really doing any damage, can we pay for this? Oh yeah, we can discard this and pay 2 energy. Seems good. But we won't have much energy for next turn to do a quake if we want one. Well, that card's going to go in. Oh gosh. Anyway, we've done it. So if this is slow, remove a blight, but it's not. Everything has +1 health. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got loads of Tahan. That's all good. Push from an inland land. That's awesome. Let's just push these into here. Yep, great. Replace with 2 or more. Yep, awesome. Great. Remove from Badlands, Wilds, or Dahan. I mean, sure. Okay, great. So, Jungle, Wetlands, Ravage. No. Defended. Wetlands. Skipped. Build in the jungles and the sands. Are we going to do it? I don't know. I don't know if we've got enough time. Yes. And then mountains, wetlands. Explore. Right. Okay. Okay. No slows. Time passes. Okay. Right. So, in terms of impending, we're going to get this card next. And there's nothing we can do about it. So knowing that, we could just keep adding cards into impending. Because we know we're going to be able to defend. Interesting. we could just let both of these blight, and that's not terrible. And then just have a huge impending turn. Do I even have 7 cards? I do. I have to play every one of them. So, I think what I need to do is get some energy. The earth would be really nice, actually. Because then we can add even more Quake tokens into this land. Really good, really interesting choices here. So what I want to do is probably reclaim, maybe even get a major at this point. Maybe we don't need the energy. I kind of do though. Get a reclaim one. No, I want to reclaim everything. I want to impend everything. And we'll get the earth for elements. And we'll put this. These are going to ravage, but I don't mind. In here. I think we need some Quake tokens in here. Okay, great. So, wonderful. What are we impending? I think... So we've gained 1 energy for each of these. This is going to go into there. Do we want to skip anything? I don't think we do. I think next turn is going to be the huge turn, right? So I want to pop this in here with at least 1 energy. This is going to be played anyway. So maybe I just put all of these into impending. Why is this 1? Why is this 1? So 1, 2, clone this. There we go. I think that's okay. Yep, all of them into impending. And then we check. This is going to be played because it's got 1 energy. Okay. I'm so excited. We can survive. We can survive. Yeah. So we can add 2 tokens in our lands. Let's buckle up. Pop 1 in there. And maybe 1 in here. No, we want to put 1 in here. Okay. And defend 3 in one of our lands. Let's defend 3 in there. And that's it for fast. And then next turn, we'll be able to do the maximum. Oh gosh, I'm really excited. Where's my energy gone? Oh gosh, I'm really sorry everyone. This is so hard to keep track of. Because I started it with, and I had 2, and I didn't pay for anything. Did I pay for this by accident? I started off with, what? I'm sure I had at least 2 energy. And I wasn't going to pay for anything, so I think this should be. I don't know. Either way, we're not going to be able to get this, are we? I don't know. I'll just leave it. I'll just leave it. Next game will be better, I'm sure. But we're just going to keep rolling for it. We can't actually pay for this. So, is this fast? No. And that goes to the bottom of the deck. Disease to land with Dahan and invaders. Okay. That's actually not too bad. And we do have Dahan. Let's get an energy. And we can remove from an inland land. That's perfect. Look at that. Okay, great. Things are happening. Either way, we're going to have a decent earthquake next turn. So, Ravaged Jungle. Okay, get a blight there. Sands, defended. All good. Build in the mountains. And the wetlands. Disease. Okay. Sands. Oh no! Oh, okay. We don't even have a slow phase left. Sounds mountains. Okay, so what I'm learning against Prussia is we only have one opportunity really for a good earthquake, and I completely threw it. Um, that's amazing. Oh, that's so good. Okay, right. So we can do some pushing. All right. Um, we can push a Dahan as well. Let's just try and set up a counterattack here, I suppose. That was absolutely rubbish. Oh my god. 45 minutes and I couldn't even get a win. Okay, that's fine. Right, what do we want to do? I mean, you never know. We could get lucky and be able to use a power fast. You never know. Oh my god, that's amazing. I think I can't believe this. What terrible, terrible planning in the spirit that requires the most planning. I guess reclaim, add a presence just for extra energy, and we're gonna put this here, I guess. Okay, and then everything gets +1. Unfortunately, it's not quite as good as I thought it would be. And we can play this for that energy, and these come into play. This comes into play, and we're going to reset these as is good practice. And we do not even get this threshold. We don't have enough fire. Oh wow, I'm learning a lot this game. Okay, right. Let's see what we can do. We do not get a fear, but we can push some Dahan. Let's just push these into here. Okay. That's it for fasts. No, we've got some defense. So we can add 1 quake token and defend a total of 4. Okay. What a game. What a game. Right, we're still healthy. +1 health. Great. Gain a fear for that beast. And add a Dahan to inland with Dahan. Alright, okay. Right, Ravage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Blight, Blight. That's 4 Dahan dead. But then we counterattack. And then we flip the Blight card. Still healthy. Destroy a presence. Sure. This mountain, we're going to flip the Blight card again. And cascade. And what is this? Immediately destroy a beast. And add a Blight to a land with a town or city. And that cascades here. Okay. I think I need to destroy that present. So that's that mountains. Ravage. And then we just lose. Wow. Okay. Right. What went wrong? A lot went wrong that game. So I think definitely against Prussia, we do not have enough cards, enough turns to really have 2 quakes. Against another slower adversary, maybe this would have worked if I'd have been better at energy management. But I mean, I was surprised how well I hung on. And I think even the first quake didn't seem to do much. I know we had extra fear tokens, but I think maybe even delaying if we can and have more. I don't know. Saying that, at this point, we do have a lot of quake tokens that we've managed to repopulate. So I don't know. First impressions with the spirit. I like the spirit. It's just a bit of a brain burner. And that's okay if you play it right. But yeah, fun game. I think I'm going to have to take this against Scotland 6. I have to. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.